Hello everybody, let's have a look at the futures chart from a higher time frame perspective, giving us a good look into the future, what we can expect then, trading as well the lower time frames. Well, we had these explosive moves in metal, silver and gold, but as well energies, crude oil, etc. And we're actually looking for a duplication of these types of moves. We're just about to complete higher time frame multi-bar patterns that will give us a second leg higher. But first, before we do this, let's have a look at immediate trade opportunities on the higher time frames. Well, that's rather for the swing traders. Now this is the Russell 2000. It has catching up opportunity, and I mean, again, here we've got clusters of patterns. This is a longer time frame pattern on the monthly chart. It still has power to release, and now we've got another pattern on a lower time frame. What's a 4-hour chart? So what is required for this to complete, and this can complete pretty quickly? We need a sell-off, a shake-off, shaking off the weak hands, and then a re-break of this green line. This will give us the entry signal, but only if we touch this blue line here that acts as dynamic as support. So have an eye on this. In our community, we're looking at this signal, and US equities or equities in general are in a vertical market, meaning we want to trade those vertical market no matter how overextended they look like on these higher time frames. Now let's have a look at the Nasdaq. When we look at the Nasdaq, we can actually see how this market is going vertical, right? This is a vertical market. There's no stopping it. Now this is a very special trend. That's what we call a super trend. It's like riding. It's like a train on a railroad, and we're having a pullback here. There was an entry signal. Now we've got another pullback here. This bar is not yet closed. The 4-hour bar. If that closes more or less like this, the next bar that breaks this bar, well, that's an entry signal. On our system 3, a single bar setup. Let's have an eye on that as well. Now this is copper. As you know, I'm very bullish on copper for the long term, for the next like 5 years or 10 years. We've got patterns after patterns, and that has just broken to a new high. We have not yet seen an energy release. We're still waiting for a big move to happen. Well, we have picked this chart as the top trend for the year for futures, the copper chart. Now we had another entry signal here on S1, and we just have, this is the pattern, an S2 pattern. Well, this is a 4-hour pattern. We just had an entry here. It came back to the entry level. This is the stop. And it basically gives you a second entry opportunity. This looks like a big risk from here to here, but we have to put things into perspective. This is the 1 hour risk. That's basically the momentum move you project out, and that then gives us at least a 3-to-1 reward to risk ratio. So these are the immediate opportunities. Well, let's have these moves, these explosive moves we had, right? And we actually projected last year and the years before. Now this is gold. It made a big move, right? Is this a blow off top? No, it's not. This is a trend continuation chart. How do we know? Well, we know it because we are consolidating here at a very high level. We see the consolidation better because it's a daily consolidation. This is not complete yet, but we are getting it completed. What is missing here is a final sell-off. We call that a test bar. That's an excitable price action event. And we actually want to spike right through this here, take out this low, maybe even take out this low, but definitely spike the 200 moving average and then re-break the green line. This is the entry signal. What we see here, we've got a consecutive order of stop run levels. That looks fantastic for a really good follow through. Here we're touching the 21, great dynamic support, and we're actually looking for gold to go much higher. Well, the first target, let's be conservative, is around here, at the 7,000 level. Now let's have a quick look at silver. Silver is the exact same story, right? We need to crush through. We need to spike the 200, and then the re-break is the entry signal. Well, silver is actually more interesting because it had a stronger rise, right? The momentum move before the pattern, and that's basically what we look for, a duplication once this pattern fires. Now let's have a look at the energies. Energy is very interesting, right? here heating oil. Well, that came along with the Iran war, but we saw the pictures on the wall well before the Iran war. So the patterns tell the story basically. Now this is our momentum move, and this is a pattern. As you can see, it's nicely consolidating on a high level. We've got a horizontal line here with multiple touches. So again, we would either need a sell-off and a rebreak, or this is as well an S2 pattern. If you break this high here, there would be as well an entry signal here, like a continuation of this rally. It's not a blow off top, not at all. Well, you all know crude, right? Because it has blown right through everything here. This is the start of the Iran war. That's a stop run move. It's taking out everything basically here, but there are more levels to take off. And then once we do, well, we'll see another explosive rise and like that. Now, a lot of traders in our communities are having the goal of becoming financial free, and a couple of them have actually become with this rise. Same with the silver rise, and there will be more big moves to come for this year and for the years to come, basically for the decade to come. Now, crude oil is a bit more complex. I don't want to get too much into detail here, but as well here we're probably seeing another sell-off and a rebreak, or this is an S2 pattern, and here it's coming together with a very big important psychological number, the 100 per barrel, right? Crude oil. Gasoline, I've called that out even in a newsletter back down here. If this level breaks, this is an entry signal, and those that have followed it, even if it's only with an ETF, then this is already nicely into profit. Again, this one, it's not over. It's not a blow off top. This is the consolidation. This is a consolidation high. Once it breaks, then we'll see momentum to develop. This is just the first leg in a multi-leg bullish trend, part of the commodity super cycle. We talk quite a bit about. Now let's have a look at the natural gas. Natural gas is one of the few commodities we look at, especially of the energies, that has not yet gotten into a bullish uptrend, a macro bull. This is kind of weird, and I'm having a close eye on it. I think this is the bottom, just a feeling, because we don't have yet a confirmed signal, but we've got a pattern, we've got a breakdown and a rebreak. It's not yet trending on an overall time frame, because that's what we need, but we could in hindsight, if we look a couple of years back, we might see in hindsight, oh, this was it, right? And from here we're actually seeing new highs. Natural gas has so much catching up opportunity, and once we see bullish confirmation with bullish pattern, whatever time frame that is, I want to get very engaged in natural gas, trading natural gas. It's a great symbol to trade. It's a widow maker, but if you know what you do, you've got a system. It's a great instrument to trade, because it is volatile, and volatility is a trader's best friend.